Let's do her.
And they love us. Hi guys, so welcome to episode
episode. So that gives you a clue as to where we are. So this is And on That Note podcast
in Paris.
Click. Bonjour.
Cheers, guys. Cheers, in Paris.
Salut, mon sir.
You didn't take a drink. You didn't take a drink.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
And on that note, indeed.
And on that note.
So, what's today's topic all about? So today we are talking about friendships and how friendships evolve. So we were talking about this idea about having no new friends, and we were also discussing about how our friendships has evolved over time. So when we're in different areas of our life, different stages, different ages, etc., do we really buy into this idea of having no new friends?
Let's start from me.
Okay, talk then.
So, I don't agree with the statement, no new friends. But it's kind of weird because, so I do and I don't. I believe my network is my net worth. And I mentioned this to Georgina. And Georgina said, your network is kind of like your colleagues and, people you work with. And they're not always necessarily your friends.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you make friendships at work. And you never know, like, these friends could elevate you in different areas of your life. Mm-hmm. So, to a certain extent, I agree. Yeah, no new friends. I'm fine with the friends I have already. And on the other hand, I just feel like I don't want to block my blessings because I'm being like bougie and stuff like that. I just don't want to get no one else. So yeah, I'm 50-50.
Do you know what? I'm going to flip it on his head, right? So obviously, because that's what we do. So I look at it as like no new friends, like in the sense of like no new, like people that act brand new. So who are there when everything's all good, and who are there when you've blown, when everything's
like Amber Rose has just said, she's pregnant now.
Yeah, all her friends. I saw that. Yeah. So I look at it that way in the sense because I agree with you that no new friends from where like I'm going to grow as a person, and therefore my network is going to grow and my friendship circles are going to grow. But I also feel like it's very important for you to kind of have really genuine people around you, and to make sure that the people around you aren't necessarily there for what they can get from you, or for the clout or anything that you've got going on, just to kind of ride your clout.
What does it mean?
Yeah, but to ride your coattails essentially. So from that perspective, I'm like, no new friends, because where were you when I was hustling?
Yeah, you were with me shooting in the gym.
Bro, none of us shoot that.
I used to play netball.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh, get out of here. I'm in the rounders group. I play rounders. And I know how to catch a ball.
What kind of ball?
Yeah, what kind of ball?
Ew. No visuals. Anyway.
Aubergine.
Private joke.
So, from that perspective, I definitely agree. No new friends from that perspective. But I think it's irrational and quite unrealistic to assume that as you move through life, you won't have new friends.
What do you think, Annette?
Well, I love friends. I want your friends, her friends, his friends. You're all my friends. I don't care.
Uncle, sisters, friends.
Yes, everybody is my friend. Actually, do you know what? It's quite strange because I'll be quite honest with you. I think for the first time in my life on this planet, I have no problems with anybody in my life. So it's very nice.
Amen. Hallelujah.
It's a really nice feeling, to know that not everyone is my friend in the space that I can call them my friend, family, friend. Like they're in my circle, they're my number ones. But I can say that,
there are people that look out for me, and there are people that are supporting me and kind of flying my flag, even if it's from the distance and they look at me like, sometimes. And they'd be like, what's she doing now? But they don't really want to, be like, yay, go ahead.
They're the Prius.
They're the Prius. But I know you, my friend. I know you love me. Get your life. So, yeah, I'm so happy that everyone is my friend at this point in my time.
Everyone is your friend.
Girl, get your laugh, girl. Get your laugh.
Yeah.
Everyone is your friend.
She tried it. No, they are not.
No, they're not. Everyone is everyone.
Seriously, everybody.
Okay, honestly, probably I might have 2 people that are not my friends.
What do you mean?
But what do you mean by friend, though? Because my question is it, do we believe in this concept of having no new friends?
No.
Because friendship dynamics change.
And new friends.
I am.
Because she's a friendly person.
Yeah.
And people, you draw people. So I think you're open to it, but will you consider them or put them in the same category as the friends you have now as well? If they were new, would you ride for them the way you ride for your friends that you have now?
She wants to say no.
No, I was going to say it depends, but I know that in my heart of heart, the right thing to do is to ride for everybody. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not.
No, okay. No, I don't mean in the sense of you invest time, you invest money, you invest your life, you invest like that. But I mean, I'm quite an uplifting person. I like to uplift people and give them a little bit of that.
Do you know what? I don't agree. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No.
Because I think at this juncture in my life, I said juncture.
This is vocabulary, everybody.
No, I feel like I've got limited time and limited energy. Bro. So I'm going to put my resource and, my time and energy into people that I believe is worth doing so. I'm sorry.
If it's not reciprocated, I know it shouldn't be tit for tat, but because a friendship is also a relationship.
Yes.
So if I put work into it, you need to put work into it as well.
And it's so funny. I was speaking to a friend of mine recently, and I was like, oh, do you feel like, you have to get something out of a relationship? They were like, I'm happy to. I'm like, nah. Yeah. I'm sorry. If I'm putting something into this, I feel like I need to get something out. Not to say that, it has to be tit for tat. Like, if I do X, you must also do X for me.
I agree in some cases. But I thought we were saying in the sense that no new friends, as in you wouldn't be just standoffish from the beginning and be like, I don't want to talk to you, my plate is full. I've got enough friends in my life, kind of thing. But for me, when I first meet someone, my first intention is to be like, okay, we don't know each other, we're strangers, but amicably, we could be friends from a distance, if you know what I mean? You dropped your keys, there you go. That's a friendly thing to do. Do you know what I mean? That's a friendly thing to do. Yeah. Not just be kick them to the side and be move out my way. Kind of thing. That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
And I get that, because I think that's a good point, because you don't tend to meet people and think, oh my gosh, my plate is full, therefore I'm not even going to engage or try to interact with you. Well, but also, sometimes...
sometimes I'm not even going to lie.
Because I've been in situations where, I'm not going to lie, if in order for me to be a good friend, I have to put effort in. And sometimes you don't have the time to put the effort in. And so sometimes the people will be thinking, she's a bit I really don't have time.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's just that. So, you might be saying, sometimes it's better to just be I know I don't have the time. So why engage or kind of go through the motions in the first place when I know, I ain't gonna call you.
To be honest with you guys, I think I've only just changed. I feel like basically for quite a long time, I was that person that was like, you know what, I've got my friends, I've got my girls, my bridesmaids, my friends that I've known since primary school, my friends that I went to college with, all this kind of stuff. So I felt like, yes, I'm good, I'm settled, I've got my siblings, there's 5 of us in total. Bruh, that's enough friends as it is, do you know what I'm saying? So that was my mindset for a very long time. And to be honest with you, when I had that mindset, I realized that the older I was getting, the dynamics of my friendships, some of them stayed on a bit longer. Some of them naturally just fizzled out. Nothing even needed to happen. There was no beef, no argument, nothing whatsoever. Life just happens, and we just kind of went separate directions. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm not counting my friends, don't get me wrong. But you can kind of see okay, I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4 siblings, and then I've got maybe 4 good close friends, 1 isolated friend, and then a few like isolated friends, like good friends from work, but they're not like a bunch of not a crew, exactly. So not like a crew. So then I realized that okay, I can do things with 4 of these girls, but then I can only do something with 1 other person, 2 other people, and that's how it was. And I felt like when I was becoming, I suppose, fixated in that box of friends only, I felt like I was limiting myself, but I didn't know that until I think only the beginning of this year. So I'm not even down for New Year resolutions. I'm honestly not down for New Year resolution. But this year, I honestly said to myself at the beginning of the year, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to come out of my comfort zone because I know people look at me as, sometimes, unfortunately, they might say like, oh, she's too reserved. And I know I can come across as like, I can be very quiet if I don't know someone. But it doesn't mean anything. I'm honestly just an observant person. And I'm quite cautious because I've been burnt in the past. And I'm not trying to have these brand new friends that are going to mess me up. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've been there and I've done that. And I'm like, bruv, I'm going on 32. No one's got time for that. Do you know what I'm saying? So it got to the point where the last group fell.
I'm the baby of the group.
Me too.
Please. Anywho,
please.
So I just feel like once the dynamics changed in my friendship, and I think it actually took maturity for me to say like, I don't believe there's no new friends. I don't believe in that because I made a conscious decision this year. I will make new friends, and it's not even making new friends like to say, oh, you're my bestie. Let's go to lunch. Let's do this. No, it's not that. Do you know what I mean? It's not that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not that. It's not that at all. But I decided that I want to be more open this year. I want to be more open to meeting other people because I realized my other friends, like some of them, they were flopping me. They were flopping. When are we going to meet? It's 7 months. We have to just go to Vapiano. We can't even go there. 7 months. Bro, imagine if you're my only friends. What would I be doing? Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't just rely on like one set of friends. So I'm all down for new friends. I want to meet new people, and I need to expand.
Oh,
Do you know what? We're in Paris, and the lingo is kind of thrown me off. I'm speaking one. I don't even know.
Speaking French, please.
But I'm all down for making new friends. And I'm all down for knowing new people and building new relationships. Because I think, as Danielle said at the beginning as well, like you can look at it as a network, but I don't want to just look at it as what I can get from you, and even not even just what you can get from me. There will be some friendships that will naturally come out of it that will be very genuine, that will be good. And those are the ones that would last, but there'll be some that are naturally like, okay, you're in and out for this period of my life, and then when it's time for you to exit, you leave. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I think. So that's just my perspective, to be fair.
I agree with that.
But I think friendships are like any other relationship that you value and you treasure. At the end of the day, there's work to be put in. And I think when you get to a point where, like, you, for example, people start flopping you and stuff like that, you start to realize, okay, people put effort into and make time for what they value. And for me, when somebody's kind of flopping or kind of saying, oh, I'm not available, and me included, I'm not saying other people, me included, that's when you say, okay, this thing is not so much of value to me anymore. Or even if I don't think about it, if I'm not consciously thinking that, your actions are basically showing that from a value perspective, there are other places where you'd rather kind of put your time, effort, and, resource. So,
okay, it's true. So saying that, how do you know then when a friendship has run its course?
It starts moving mad.
No. How do you know? Yeah, how do you know when a friendship has run its course?
We hardly talk or message each other. I haven't seen you in the past however many months. Well,
see,
for me,
all right for that.
Danielle's
no. For me, it's different.
Danielle, all in her feelings.
In her feelings. So ever since I had my daughter, she's 1 now. Whoever hasn't come to see her, and I classified you as my friend. You're not my friend. Yeah, sorry. Block, delete. Bye. You were left in 2017.
You're bye.
Yeah. That's how I break mine, because she's someone that's of high importance to me. If you can't share that same love for her, then you don't love me. Bye.
So is that the basis of it, Danielle?
For me, yeah.
I get
It's
it.
a benchmark.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I haven't seen your daughter for a while now, so.
Oh, yeah, I think I said she's been born.
Yeah.
She's been born.
Okay.
You make the effort. You say you want to have her. Like, you make the effort. I have some friends who, like, okay, you didn't come to my baby shower. Friends. Yeah, you didn't come to my baby shower, that's fine. I'll give you a blind. She's been alive for 15 going on 16 months.
Really alive.
You have not come to see her.
Yeah, that's
Like, you make time for people you want to make time for.
Yeah.
But no, I'll cut people off.
It's a good benchmark, honestly, because you really do want your friends to support, not love what you love, but it support you in what you're doing. In your life changes, you know, in your level up. You want them to be behind you and be like, yes, Danielle.
The same way you're there for them.
Yeah,
so
the same way you're there for them.
I think that's such good friends.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. And I think what I've
My question
realised
is, how do you know when a friendship has ran its course?
Well, that's my how do I know.
Okay.
Well, for me personally, how I know is where I no longer feel edified for that, because I think if I'm in a friendship, in any other type of relationship, whether it's my sister or my parents, whatever, I should be growing as a person. And I feel like when I feel like in that friendship I'm not growing, this is not edifying me. I don't see how me as a person I'm changing and actually becoming better as a person. Yeah. Due to this relationship or friendship, what's it there for then? Sometimes you start to question. It's like, what's the point? And it's all good to say, yeah, we're friends. But sometimes you're down to people, you're friends with people out of obligation and just out of kind of familiarity. You just go, this is who I know, this is my friend. But sometimes you need to stop and pause and say, what's this doing for me though? You know, all we do is go to Nando's every couple of weeks, chat and go home. And it's one of them, does that serve me? No, it's quite boring. Like, and for me, that's how now, in where I am in my life now, I tell if a friendship has run its course. Because actually, there are people that I don't speak to as often as I would like. There's people I don't see as often as maybe I would like. But I know that when I do engage with them, they're very supportive, they're encouraging. Nothing's really ever changed. And I feel like, and they're able to kind of help me grow in whatever I'm doing. So if I say, I'm doing this or I'm trying to do that, they're able to offer me some words of wisdom, advice, support, encouragement, prayers, even whatever it may be, that makes me feel like, okay, there's value in this thing, because I can't necessarily get this from anybody else, or I appreciate what I'm getting here and I want it, and vice versa. Like you said, it's not a one-way thing. There should be something that I feel that I'm able to give to this person that I feel like is of value to them.
100%.
Well, for me, it's a whole different story.
Whoa. Annette. Hey, Mazinio.
The stories.
Well,
she's speaking today, guys.
Let me just flip it on its head.
Mazzini done found her boy.
As Daphne would say, let me flip it on its head, yeah? So, it's not necessarily me running my friendships, to the ground at the end.
Run it to the ground.
Yes. So, I've had one particular friend tell me, well, you know what? This is not really a friendship I really want to invest any more time in.
Hey! Them ones there, boy. That was a breakup.
That was a bit of a shots fired. But anyway, you level up, don't you?
What did you do?
Can you give us a background? Like, where from this friend? How long have you known them?
So we've known each other for about 13 years, and then we had a lot of turmoil in our relationship. Let's just put it that way.
How long?
But I think that's what builds you
Probably
guys.
like 2 years. It was very temperamental. And then, after trying to revive the relationship, I was just like, okay, I've kind of come to a head with it. So I didn't know what to do. So I was like, let's just have an open and frank conversation. And that was basically the outcome of the conversation.
So that was a breakup.
Yeah, it was a breakup.
So the other person, the friend, said they don't want to invest time anymore.
Yeah, they don't want to invest time in the relationship anymore. So,
were you willing to fight for the friendship?
I already did for 2 years. So then I was just like,
get out right now.
So did they give you any reasons?
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't really give me. I don't think you really need a reason.
Sometimes you just know when the friendship is
but I feel like if someone
I need an explanation. You need to tell me what.
Exactly.
Like, what did I do? You're not just walking out my life.
They had 2 years of it.
They didn't have really a reason to be like, but then, well, you were a crap friend. You did this to me. You said that to me. You gossiped about me. You did that. They didn't really do that. They just was like,
I don't want to be your friend.
I don't want to be your friend.
No, sorry, I can't leave it as that. I'm sorry.
No, so I left it as a.
So
listen,
wait. Did they say you're a crap friend?
No, they didn't say that.
No, I don't like that because I appreciate that everyone has their right to kind of say, you know, I do not want to be in this friendship.
100%.
Fine, that's cool. But I just feel like if you were any kind of friend to me, you will try and help me grow from that. That's what I'm saying. A friendship's are about growth. So at the end of the day, if you're telling me this is not something you want, you need to give me the feedback so that when I take this to my other friendships, that I can know that, oh, this is a character flaw of mine, or this is something where I need to do better so I can be a better friend, even if you don't want to be my friend. But if you're just going to be like, okay, well, yeah, I'm not your friend, then you were never my friend.
That was it.
What's that? That's not helping nobody.
And I suppose even to make it even a bit more personal to even us here, like for those, obviously you guys know, but there was a time when Annette and I weren't friends.
So good.
Dramatic.
Scandal.
Yeah, so there was a time when Annette and I weren't even friends. And we weren't friends for like, what, 4 years?
4 years, yeah.
We were friends for 4 years, guys.
You guys missed each other.
Like,
proper counting.
Rob! I miss this girl. But you know what? No, do you know, let me tell you the honest to God truth. When we stopped being friends, we were at different, like completely different points of our lives. We were going through different changes. I had my own personal issues that she wasn't even privy to. Like I didn't even tell her because I couldn't even, I suppose, even articulate it at that point of my life. And she was in a completely different part of her life as well, completely different time of our lives. And we still had mutual friends. And it got to the point where I just had to separate myself completely because it was emotional, because I was so connected to her to the point where I thought, you know what, I can't even be around her. And I can't be around anyone connected with her. And that's the point it got to.
Yeah.
4 years passed, but I knew during that 4 years, if anything ever happened to Annette, bro, I'm there. If I heard if I heard someone had tried to run up on her or anything, I'd be like, what? That's my girl, I'm going. Yeah. But when we saw each other, it was kind of like, yeah, you're right. Do you know what I'm saying? But how we got back together, because we knew the friendship.
You're right.
Yeah, we were doing Batman. But you know what? We knew that our friendship was so genuine because, number one, the way how we became friends, it was ordained.
It was.
I'm just saying, it really was ordained.
Destiny.
It really was. The way how we became friends was a bit mad. You're a hater. You're a hater. Don't worry.
I'm not going to agree with you.
Yeah, no, but the way how we became friends was just amazing because our friends didn't even like each other. Yeah. So we had no reasons to be friends, none at all. But then after that 4 year period happened, I feel like we became friends after I got married. Again. You know? After I got married. I only been married once.
Like we became friends again.
Again, after I got married. So Annette came to my wedding. And you know the funny thing, she came to my wedding, everything. And I went on Insta. I wasn't even a social media person then, but I went on Instagram and I saw that she was like writing things that supports me and my husband. And then we decided to just come back together by ourselves. So we didn't have no outside people interfering us. We didn't have any of that because it's during the 4 years. People were trying to bring us back together during those 4 years. People are like, forcing it, and it was kind of like I had an ego, she had an ego, and again, like I said,
if you haven't done the healing that needs to be done, it's not going to work.
And we needed to grow. And I honestly feel like when me and Annette became friends again, I feel like that 4 years that we weren't friends, I didn't miss out on Jack.
It's true.
I didn't miss out on anything because I feel like every single moment that we need to have together has been restored and some. Do you know what I'm saying? I was there for her wedding. I was a maid of honor. I'm her baby girl's goddaughter. She called my godmother. So she called my bouquet. And you know what? Like, I just love her. Like, I honestly just.
All right, shall we go then so you can have your moment?
Well, you know, the smalls keep together.
And so do the talls.
No, but what I'm saying is, you know when you want a friendship to work. And you will fight for it. You will fight for it like any other relationship. The way you will fight for, I'm not saying the way you fight for your husband, but I was riding for her. Like, we were riding for each other like that. And do you know what I'm saying? It was something that was unspoken. And it's the same way with any of you guys. If you guys say, I'm not going to be your friend, bro, what did I do? You need to tell me. I'm not letting you walk out my life like that.
We're going for dinner.
We need something to talk about. Let's talk about it. But there's some relationships that need to run its course for real.
It's true.
Cut it off. Cut that ish off.
I just feel like before you can be a good friend to anyone, or before you can be a valuable friend to anyone, you need to be a good friend to yourself.
Hey, you said that, girl. You said, oh, let's give her please.
Word.
Encourage her.
And I think for me, and so like when you speak about like having that kind of break sometimes, I totally relate to that, because there've been instances in some of my friendships where you just needed that space, and at the time you're just like, oh, this is peak, like because you feel it, like obviously if you've got a quite close friend, all of a sudden you're not with that friend, you obviously it's going to take some time for you to kind of feel like, okay, you know, I have a sense of normalcy without this person so much in my life. But in that period, like for me, it's all about you growing as a person, so that when you do come back together, if you do come back together as friends, you can be a better friend.
Yeah.
And so for me, in
100%.
those instances where like maybe I'm not necessarily as close to someone, or I've been through that situation where I haven't spoken to someone, or we've kind of been at odds, I use that time to grow myself.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like, you know,
take time out.
You have to learn from the situation. So whatever is,
because it's not always the other person.
It's not always
Sometimes.
So you need to take accountability for your own actions, definitely. And I think that's something that I find hard to do. Like I don't take criticism very well, guys.
Don't you?
No,
I didn't know that.
I've been not criticized you before.
Yeah, we've been talking about you.
You've been taking it on.
You guys are a different class, you people. I can't take it from you because I keep it as good as I get.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Sometimes I'm like, not in denial, but I don't want to admit to myself that no, Danielle, you were wrong. You shouldn't have done that. Just apologize and move on from it. But I want that person to feel like no, they need to apologize to me. But I'm learning and I'm growing. I'm doing better.
You know what? Another thing, actually, I feel like I'm talking too much, but another way how I know a friendship has run its course is I don't need friends that make me feel inferior.
Ooh.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't like friends that make me feel inferior. I mean, now I've matured, as I keep on saying, I've matured. So I don't even need that, I suppose, that validity anymore. English. I don't need that validity anymore. But before, 100%, I valued too much, to my detriment, that I valued too much what people said, people said about me, what people thought about me. And to be fair, I haven't always been a good friend as well. I know for a fact I was chatting rubbish. That was the point when my mouth was just loose. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was just there was one point where, and it was loose to the point where it was honestly down to age. It really was an age thing for me, and I can 100% say that. And some of those, and I suppose because of that, it made some of my friendships just completely come to an end. But there were some friendships that I had that I can honestly say, no, that friend was malicious. And I felt like they really wanted to see my downfall. And I felt like it took me a long time to actually finally realize that, hold on a minute, this person is destroying all my friendships around me to the point where they've destroyed all the friendships that I've had, but it's just me and them. But they are friends with all those people that they destroyed the friendship between me and them. Do you know what I'm saying? So it got to that. So it got to the point where I was isolated. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because the one person that was my friend, and we were all friends with all the same people, she had said certain things to them that I said, which was never true. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Which was never, ever true. But because she was honest, she had a hidden agenda. Yeah. And I can honestly say, bruv, I was dumb. She preyed on me. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? She saw me, and I felt like she took the trust that I had in individuals, or because I trust people very quickly at that stage. I did. I was very trusting and opening and everything.
Young and naive.
Yeah, I was honestly young and naive. I don't know if I should even say that, but I really was. Do you know what I'm saying? And she took it. She saw it. She thought, dickhead, I'm going to run with it. And she done it. And she messed me up.
So at what point did you kind of clock on? Because obviously it must have happened over a period of time.
Well, my boyfriend at the time, so we were walking down the street one time. I say the street, like we're just walking anywhere. But so we were just out at a shopping centre. And we just so happened to see this girl there. My friend, do you know what I'm saying? She was my friend at the time. So we saw her. And no lie, this is where you know it's peak. So my boyfriend then looked at me and he was just like, George, is she wearing your clothes? And let me tell you something. Like you know, sometimes you can have the same clothes as somebody. Like I can have the same top as you because we all shop in Zara. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hashtag Zara.
Hashtag. Anyway.
Can we cut that bit out? They will not get my publicity.
They will not get my
publicity. They can't. For free.
No.
Yeah, it's true. So because we all kind of shopped in the same places at that time. Do you know what I'm saying? So but this was strange because she wore my outfit to the T with the eyes dotted as well. To the point where my boyfriend looked and was like, George, she's got the same hairstyle as you. And I just came up from Nigeria and I had million braids. So you know they can't do the million back here, but she don't pick and drop. You know, so she couldn't get that million, but she could get the million. Trust me, she would have done it. And then she wore one top that I had, one netted top with one kind of puffy sleeve.
Did she know she was going to run into you?
No, she didn't know. Wow. She didn't know. So she had one puffy sleeve. It was so scary. And then my boyfriend bought me a cape for my birthday. Bruv, she had the cape on. She had on standard black jeans. But then I had when I was 21, I had some boots from Kurt Geiger, and these are not, you're not just gonna buy these boots. Bruv, she was strutting down the street with those boots on. And you know the worst thing? My thing is, if we're friends and you've got the same outfit, not even the same outfit, because the clothes were from all different shops. So it's not like it's from one shop. And it's not like you looked at the mannequin and you were like, oh, I like that mannequin. Let me buy that attire. No, you studied my clothes. You probably picked up my clothes, saw where I got those things, and I thought, I want that look. By the way, this is the same person that isolated me from everybody else and severed all my friendships. Wow. It's the same person. And that's when I thought to myself, wow, this is
she had a real hidden agenda.
Severed all my friends.
She did, bruv. She did that thing. Bruv. You know, severed, bruv. All this vocabulary. What do you call you people?
Police.
No, you vocabulary police. Grammar police. Get out of town. English is not my first language.
When you look back on it, right? Grammar.
I'm a Yoruba woman.
When you look back on it, do you think she was trying to take over your life?
She was trying to morph into you.
Morph
She was trying to look at you, basically, or live the life that you were living. Was she single at that time?
That it was, I think for me, it was all about. I think she just wanted me to be just her friend.
Maybe she was infatuated with you.
But then be friends with all the people that I was once very close friends with. So she wants to kind of be like, in the middle. And my thing is, I realized that I can't be close to you if you speak to people that I know who hate me. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I can't do. I can't be your friend. Because if you're
spilling my secrets to them, or you're spilling their secrets to me.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I knew she wouldn't spill their secrets to me because there's power in numbers. Do you know what I'm saying? True. So where she had me where she wanted me to be. Do you know what I'm saying? She proper had me where she wanted me to be. And I can honestly say at that time, at my age as well, because I've been very honest, like when I was younger, I didn't fully know like what I wanted. And because I did value my friends so much, like for me, I kind of thought, you know what, let me just manage. I've got this one girl that's still staying over. So let me still be her friend and let certain things fly, even though I was like, kind of clocking onto what she was doing. I just thought to myself, but then afterwards I thought, no man, enough is enough. Forget even just my clothes. It was just then she was just saying wild lies, like wild lies. I just thought, no, you can't come back.
Do you know what? Yeah, you guys are good because at that age, I couldn't deal with those kind of things. I couldn't. Like, all these people that I'm just a baby girl. I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to finish my uni. Like I'm even stressed. Like I do not have time for this. Like I couldn't do it, to be honest with you. Like all these.
But you know, like when you've got that one friend, you're gonna have to do it.
But I've been in that situation where you feel like isolated, not due to that individual, but because you're just so close to one person.
Yeah.
And I think that's dangerous. And I think as I got older, I realized that wasn't the way to go. And then that's when I went out of my way to make sure I consciously put time and effort with other people to make sure that I had other relationships. Because one dangerous thing is when that person, not that they're malicious, but when you only have that one relationship per se, or that close friendship, when that thing is in trouble or it's gone or whatever,
who do you run
it's so dangerous for you, because then you're just like, I don't have anyone to lean on. And I think that's why I'm just like, I'm all about myself these days.
And that's the thing, though. You have people that call themselves your friend as well, but they, like you were explaining in your story, that she would be telling wild lies and just saying random things. But they call themselves your friend, but they never rebuke the lies. They're always like, okay, maybe they did say that, maybe they did do this. So are you really my friend? Do you really know me, or you don't know me? Because you're just running with the wind at this point. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that really can mess you up. I had that situation as well. And it's just like, you're not my friend. You never was my friend. You don't even know who I am.
Do you know
Because if
one
you knew
thing
me,
about
you'd be
friends?
like, she would never say that.
I feel like,
She would
you know,
never
like
do
going
that.
kind of slightly back to when you said, how do you know friendships run its course? I think like those are some of the things that are telltale to me, because I feel like as my friend, like I'm not saying like ride or die, you know, you gotta be down for me or anything like that. But you need to be able to kind of say, okay, when someone's throwing dirt on my name, I expect you to be able to be like,
nah.
nah.
What are you saying?
No.
Or if you want, or even if you don't know, you need to bring that to my attention. It reminds me of like, you know, when you're watching those reality shows and you just see them kicking and they'll be like, oh, that girl, she's, you know, she's just been, you know, in the club with all types of men. They'll be like, say something. Like, that's your friend. Don't you supposed to be like, nah, she wouldn't do that or whatever. But same way, on the flip side, I expect my friends to tell me when I'm doing a madness. I can't stand a yes man. That's not a friend to me.
No.
Unless if you need to tell me about myself, because like I said, for me, friendships are about growth. So unless you're helping me get to the next level, I'll be go away. Like, I don't need you. I really don't.
I get it. So I suppose in terms, I think one of you said it before, but you saying that, you know, when you tell your friends everything. So how much information do you guys share with your friends?
It depends on the friend.
No, but how much information do you share? Like maybe around your work,
so
relationships, money, whatnot?
Is like, okay, I wouldn't say I've had to learn not to do, but before I used to share too much about what went on in my relationship. And that's not everybody's business.
No.
It's technically nobody's business.
But you know, sometimes you actually need advice and you really don't know who to turn to, so you run to whoever. That's fine, run to the one person, but not to Jessica and Peter and whoever. You don't need to tell everyone, basically.
Who's Jessica? Who's Peter?
I don't know. We're not trying to mention names out here. But no. So that's one thing I've had to learn.
No, that's true. I don't disclose too much information.
I don't know. For me, it's all about confidentiality. Like
non-disclosure. You need to have a non-disclosure.
Okay, so if you have an issue with one of your friends,
let's do a dilemma.
Would you tell another one of your friends? Because would you feel like you're bitching?
An issue with one of my friends.
Yeah,
so if it's me or
so if I had an issue with Annette, and I went back and told you two, Georgina and Daphne, would that be bitching?
Well, it depends what you're telling me. Are you telling me? I'm
complaining about something she did. So Annette stepped on my toe and she didn't say sorry. Am I bitching?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you're petty as
because I'm just complaining. No. If you're just complaining, for me, it's kind of like, what's the purpose of that when you can fully go and tell her yourself? Unless, of course, you're saying to me, I need to tell her, but I don't know how. Then that's different.
I'm seeking advice.
If you're coming to just tell me, I'm like, you're a bitch, bro. And then I'll be like, so this is how you've been bitching about me.
So
that's how I feel. So when any friend comes to tell me about another friend, I'm like, so this is how you've been talking about me. That's how I feel. And when certain friends do come to me and like say, I call them out, I'll be like, girl, I honestly be like, I'm not interested, like go and deal with that. Like I really don't want to hear about it. Or I just be like, but you're telling me, but it's not me that you should be talking to about it.
It's the person.
I'm always doing this. Me, I'm like starting up. I'm like rerouting direction. So the place that you're supposed to be.
Is that dead end, bro?
Is that dead end?
It's not it. Yeah. To be honest with you, the kind of person I am, I feel like I only share information with people that I'm ready to share. Because I'm an internalizer. So when things happen, I kind of think things through a lot by myself.
Georgina, before I can even share it. First, you holding a lot of things. And maybe 3 years later, before we all find out.
So honestly, I can really be going through something, but I will keep it within myself, because sometimes I feel like even if people do have your best interest at heart, sometimes they're not necessarily saying the right things that you need to hear, and sometimes I'm not even ready to receive what you're even going to tell me.
So you have said a word. You have said a word.
So I need to fully process it myself. Do you know what I'm saying? So I need to process it. Really come to terms that, I'm going through this situation at the moment, and I feel like only when I've come out of it, I always say hindsight is 20/20. I can talk about it then, and when I talk about it, I can be as free as possible. I will tell you every single bit of detail. So I feel like if someone says that, Georgina, tell me this, bruv, if Georgina told you, it's because I'm comfortable to tell you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm telling you? Don't ever think that you've got the 411 on
No.
Georgina's lap. It's not even that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that at all. Obviously, you're not telling everybody and everything. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've got certain friends that I can speak to about marital things. I've got certain friends that I can speak to about children, things about work, things about money. I've got different friends that I can speak to about different aspects of my life.
Yeah.
But if I'm telling you, best believe it's because I'm comfortable to tell you. And it's not a thing where I want to tell you.
Yeah.
It's not a thing where you can turn around and be like, oh, well, do you know what? Georgina told me this, and blah, blah, blah. Bruh, that's your business. You ain't got no document. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I put that information out there by myself.
Yeah, exactly. So,
how much information do you share with your friends?
Yeah, do you share with your friends?
Don't tell those bitches now.
And she ain't. You better not be talking about us.
I'm joking. No, I just feel like.
And they love us indeed.
I just feel like you tend to get to a point in your life where, like you said, you tend to be able to process it by yourself first. So I think, I don't know, because I feel like for me, it's important that I know how I feel about something before I go and tell anybody else about something. Because I feel like, in your youth and naivety, you tend to go and say something, and then that person's thoughts or opinions then become your own.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just as long as I feel like I know how I feel about something, and I'm telling you just for information purposes. It's not that I'm seeking your particular views or approval, whatever. And then I'm happy. I tell people things, but I tell friends different things for sure.
Yeah.
There's certain friends that you just like, we talk about this subject,
and that's it.
That's it. Because you're moving mad.
Yeah, it's true.
And there's some friends that like, you have those friends where you've got your friends that are like proper open, and you can talk to them about certain things, and you're like, oh, that subject's a bit out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, oh wow, but you'll be like, okay, we'll talk about it.
I have a friend who, like, she can't even keep her own secrets.
Oh, them ones, that's
Wow.
I was like,
that's what you call
That's
loose
when you know,
lips.
basically,
Loose lips.
yeah. She cannot keep her own secrets, so I can't tell her none of my business.
Well,
bruh.
do you know what I think a bit important about that? That you know that.
Yeah.
So it's one of them.
And she knows that we know that. We told her
So
that, girl, you can't keep your own secrets, so I have to just sit there.
you're gonna be the
The rest of
to know.
us will know.
Yeah, but
We'll come to you later.
can't know.
Yeah.
We'll come to you when it's been sorted.
Yeah. She's
And
really
2 years has passed.
Yeah. No,
It's finished. She's always behind. She's like, so what's going on, guys? Oh, we sorted that out 5 years ago. It's finished.
Bye, Felicity. Bye, Felicity. Bye.
Felicity.
It's Felicity. That's the new name.
Felicia.
It's no longer Felicia.
It's Felicia when she grew up.
No, Felicity. Her name is Felicity.
Oh, good. Okay. So, I suppose just to kind of change it up a bit then, would you guys ever go into business with your friends? Because we're talking about no new friends, trusting friends, sharing secrets. Would you go into business with a friend?
I've been burnt by a friend. She stole my business idea, my business name.
Your business name?
And she ain't running me my checks. Yeah, no, honestly.
Are you gonna put it on blast though?
I don't care. I showed you her yesterday.
I don't remember.
With a
Oh,
fat
wait.
ass.
You didn't show me.
I don't remember.
I'll show you guys later.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, it was like,
Oh yeah, I remember.
we were So we had a conversation.
See, the tools are having private jokes.
Don't be jail. We had a conversation about basically doing a kind of house to CB dupe. Basically, we was gonna just buy shitloads of clothing, bandage dresses from AliExpress, and then sell them for cheaper. Why not?
Of course, as you do.
It's so romantic. Yeah, and at that time, that's what everyone was wearing. Bandage dresses.
Yeah, I'm still wearing them sometimes.
So yeah. So we bought all the stock and everything.
You actually bought the stock?
Yeah, because I was like gonna do this. So I did all my research and everything. I had clientele.
Wow, Danielle's on that.
Bought the stock. I put my coins into it, but it got delivered to her house because I was working full time at that time. And then I didn't have a name. She didn't have, and I came up with a name. We created an Instagram page and did everything. She had all the login. The bitch changed the password.
Wow.
She changed the password on the email, on the Instagram. She didn't tell me when the goods came to her house.
What?
Yeah, she didn't tell me. So I went on Instagram and typed in the boutique name, and I see stock.
Shut up.
And I'm like,
That's a demon, bro.
Hey.
And then we also opened a joint business account together. So I can see the coins going in.
Yeah.
But I don't know the pin because she's changed the pin. Up till now, I'm saying, please, I need to get my name off that. So I was like, I'm trying to get a mortgage now. Like, they're going to take into account all of these things. I don't do that with you. She's not trying to.
Did you go to the bank? You should go to the bank and say, bro.
Well, no, I have done, and they said you need to come together. Account. You need to come together.
Yeah, you do.
She's up till now. This is like 4 or 5 years later.
Why can't you get the money out then?
Because I don't know the pin. She changed the pin.
But if you go to the bank,
you've got a joint account, you
and
can
you've got a joint
ID,
account,
right?
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
It's
your account.
But you know, like, I'm so nice. Like, I just feel like
No. After we finish recording, we're getting
You're being nice.
We're getting
really.
Collect your IDs, your documents, everything. You need to go and collect that piece.
So if you don't want that, I wouldn't. She's like she's just ruined that. I'm traumatized from that experience, so I don't think I could.
Do you see her?
Have you seen her? The friends I haven't seen my daughter in the whole 15 months that she's been alive in.
So that means
do you still talk to her?
No, I blocked her. Like,
bro, she shouldn't see your daughter.
No,
This is the kind of person that will take a picture of your daughter and say, "This is my child."
Is this a first reason?
You don't need that.
You don't need that in your life.
How many years ago or how many months ago?
So like the whole talks and everything was like 5 years ago or whatever. But like obviously you gradually move into the business, you do your research, blah blah blah. But I feel like everything's just happened at once, and I thought this friendship's done. It's done.
You see?
Yeah, that's done.
Yeah,
this is why friends get cut off,
That's
mate.
crazy.
Because especially when they play with your coins, bro. Don't play with my coins.
But I just feel like if you're my friend, why would you even want to do that?
No, do you know what? You can have the
do
business.
that.
You can do
You
that.
wouldn't
But
want to do that to
everything that I'm
anyone. You're a
interested
thief.
into
That's
it,
what you are. You're a
you need
thief.
to run me back. And if you can't do that, let's take this to the. So yeah, when we get back to London, I think I'll go to the bank.
You
I'm going
you are.
to the bank, guys.
I'm gonna text you. Let me set my reminder. Text you, Daniel. Go to
Did you register the business?
the bank.
No. But she may have. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm kind of at a standstill.
You need to see everywhere where your name is tagged because she could still be using your name on business deals.
No, guys, people were ordering stuff and she wasn't sending items like the stock to them. People were writing to me and saying, this is where the business is registered to. I didn't know she did that.
What,
so
writing to you where?
They were writing to my house.
Try.
Obviously, to the basically. But I didn't know that's what she had done.
So if the business is registered to your house,
you could get in trouble.
I got that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I sorted all of that out because I never knew that she had done that.
Sorry, we're fully having a neck conversation.
No, that's to answer. Would I go into business with my friends? Because of that incident, I don't think I could do it.
That's a madness.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've never gone into business with any friends, but I'm scared to go into business with friends because people move on to business.
Yeah, you just never know.
You just never know. You just never know.
Learn from my lesson. I don't get that.
You just never know.
I could never go into business with a friend. It's difficult enough going into business with family, let alone friends. And family's blood. It doesn't mean that you can tell them any mad thing. Tell them any mad thing, but friends, mate, there's certain things you just don't do.
And I think, like based off your example, if I am going to go into business with my friend, it's going to be very clear cut. Who's involved where, etc., etc. Where's like, and when there's money involved, it's going to be a clear. This is how this has spent.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, because there's people who mad, and I think I look at it this way: how much do I value your friendship? Because if I don't value your friendship, this can sound so mad. I'll go into business with you. Because if the thing whole mess up, I don't care.
Yeah.
But if I like you, I probably won't go into business with you. Because I'm like, do you know what? If anything happens, I'm gonna get annoyed. You're gonna get annoyed, and it's not worth messing up the friendship. So let's just keep ourselves as friends.
Yeah.
And let's not get into this because I know. And the thing is, if I know you enough as a friend, and I know certain parts of you are just your certain traits of yours are not good for business.
Yeah.
Like I've seen that you're constantly. Oh, I'm in my alpha draft again. It's alright. because like if it's a constant thing, then I'll be like, okay, maybe your financials.
It's a bit wishy-washy.
Maybe you'll get tempted one day, start using the business money.
Yeah. Wishy-washy.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be bad, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you were speaking about someone the other day, you know, you started using company P's.
Oh, boy.
You know, so it's just...
Yeah.
It's
better to just, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me just put this out there, actually, for the comments.
You've done it.
Some people might comment with us and be like, but you guys are running a podcast.
Yeah.
You guys are friends.
Yeah.
Isn't that a business?
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
It's a business. It's a business. And for that same reason, don't get it twisted. When this was first brought up as an idea, the first thing that went through my head is, yeah, but I like you guys. So if it doesn't work out, we have to consider our friendship. So for me, it was very much a what is the risks and what's the rewards. Like I weighed it up in my head.
Yeah, 100%.
We all play our position, to be honest. So no one's going to step on anybody's toes because we know what we need to do.
Fam, I'm going to step on your toes. I'm going to step on everything.
Because no one apart from Annette.
This is what I'm saying. This, for me, this is not a business. This is a
Why
friendship.
do you step on my toes, bro?
I'm going to step on your toes. No, it's true though. It's true.
And it is on one. It's the poison.
No, for real. Because when you're having fun doing what you're doing, if you make something out of it, if it becomes lucrative, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
But the whole point is we're already having fun.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've already been paid. We've already got what we need. We're already having, we're living. Yeah, that's it.
I came here for
encourage her.
No,
hey.
Yeah, so I had this friend that we went into, again, it wasn't business. She just came to work in my workplace as an intern. And to be honest, she was a paid intern. So as you guys know, interns are not even usually paid.
Yeah.
So she just started moving mad, you know. So first of all, she was late. So I knew my friend was naturally late with us as friends. But I didn't know she brought that into the professional work environment. Yeah. So I thought, wow, when she was late for like 2 days in a row, I thought, what are you doing? Why are you running late? And then after that, I think like she was just being like almost like an opportunist. So lunchtime, your break is scheduled for 30 minutes. You're taking 45-minute break. Why? Do you know what I'm saying? Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? So the killer was one day we were doing a photo shoot. And the designer, the head designer, told her, "Can you please go off and go and buy some weave for the model, just to like kind of bulk up her hair?" So I told her, "Do you know what? Because it's a bit far, and we're in Oxford Circus." What's are you smacking at?
Sorry, I was looking at my pen.
Because it's a bit because we were in West End. I said, "You know what? Rather than going back to South London to the areas that you're familiar with, just go to Shepherd's Bush." Because you can just jump on the Central Line, go there, buy the hair, etc. So she was just like, cool. They gave her the company credit card because obviously you've got to do that because
you're an intern.
You're an intern and it's a business. Gave her the company credit card. Now she went to go and buy the hair. After she went to go and buy the hair, instead of her to come straight back, what did she go and do? She went shopping. And what did she go and do? She spent money on the company card because she said she didn't have enough money. So can she pay them back?
No.
But she went, I was like, what?
I would never understand that logic
It's
in my
madness.
I said, what?
I don't get that logic. Like, oh, I'm going to pay you back. Did you ask?
Yeah.
I said,
is it your father's company?
Yeah. No. Even if it's your dad's company.
In her mind, it's your father's company.
So I was just like flipping it. So when it got, so first of all, we were all worried because we were just like, oh, she's been gone for some time now. Like, where's she gone? What's she doing? She didn't answer her phone. Like, I think then it was like BlackBerry Messenger. So I was proper going mad on that thing. Like, where are you? No, go mad. She wasn't responding. And then I don't think you can even read reply, delivered or anything.
Oh, yeah.
It was just when they read, and that's it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. She didn't answer the phone or anything. When she finally came back, probably like a whole hour and a half, close to 2 hours afterwards, they asked her, what were you doing? And she's just like, oh, I went to Selfridges. I went to go and buy something, but I didn't have enough money, so I used your card to top up what I needed. I was just like, is she mad?
She said it with her chest.
She said it with her chest, bro. Her chest and her silly head at the time. She said it. And I was just like, what are you doing? But I just thought, you know what? Never again. I don't. Nothing more major than that needs to happen to me for me to know that I'm not doing that ever again, ever. So when people have asked me, George, can you get me a job here? George, can you hook me up there? I can direct you to where the people you need to go. I can tell you the right person. But that's one thing I'll do. You're not coming through me because I'm not having you mess up my reputation. I've worked way too hard. I've worked way too hard to be where I am. You need to just come and mess it up with your dumbness. Nah, man, you're on your own, mate. So to round it up, so what is our final consensus on new friends and What are thoughts?
I still stand where I stood in the beginning of this discussion. I'm 50-50.
I'm all about new friendships, but I'm not gonna lie. I think at this point in my life, I'm at capacity. No, in the sense, because I feel like I'd rather invest in the friendships I have.
Yeah,
instead of
there's a lot of work that goes into
and
friendships.
So a good friendship.
Yeah, into a good friendship. So yeah, I would rather work at the friendships I have rather than just be kind of trying to accumulate. But I appreciate the fact that
fast.
What?
Say that again. What did you say?
I don't even know.
Did you say transaction?
She said rather than trying to accumulate.
Oh, trying to accumulate.
Oh.
I thought you said transaculate. I said what?
Transaculate. But yeah, rather than so that's where I stand. So I think there are friendships that I could probably invest into or gain that could help me, or I could help others. But yeah, I feel like the people that I probably haven't even seen the best of me, nor have I seen the best of them. So I feel like it's worth trying to grow those.
Hallelujah. Yeah, for me, I'm all about friends. Everybody, send me some friends, and you can follow me on Instagram. I need more friends, more followers.
So, Annette, do you count your Instagram followers as your friends?
Nah, but
are you guys down? Sorry, I know we're rounding up, but are you down for making friends of social media?
Some people do. I mean, each to their own.
Do you know what?
That's another topic.
There in the world wide web.
That's another topic, though.
Yeah, that's another topic. That's a bit.
But you know what? Let me say, because I've got a business account as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me say, okay, I have actually made some friends on Instagram through my business account.
How? Tell me what you mean. Because we know you and you love everyone. So what do you mean?
Yeah, I actually do.
And then we'll be like,
that's my friend.
Okay, so when I first launched Mazzini, we did it privately at the Hoxton in.
Was that it?
Yeah, you was there.
Yeah, I remember.
In Melbourne.
That popped.
Yeah, that was sick. So yeah, anyway, so I was just doing this on social media, like telling everybody, well, this is my first collection, I'll be here, blah, blah, blah. And people was like, oh, I'll come and see it, blah, 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 come and see it pop up, blah, blah. And they came. And even still to this day, they want to know what's going on, what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, yeah, I just had a baby, just got maternity leave. They're like, well done, congratulations, want to see more of the brand. But I'm not saying that we're friends, like I'm going to invite them to my daughter's birthday, but we are, friends, like, things are good, blah, blah, kind of thing. So, yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, and I like those kind of things because I genuinely believe social media, right? And I think unless
social media community,
there's a whole community, and I think unless you're like immersed in it and you get how it works, you'll just be like friends. What's his friends? Mm-hmm. They are your friends on Instagram, like you barely know that you've never met them, blah 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 blah. But I get how you could end up kind of having a relationship with certain people, and purely based off the fact that like I support you on social media and you support me, so I give you that one.
Yeah, and I think just following up from that, even though this is a whole new topic, but I actually think sometimes your social media friends can be a little bit more supportive, especially when you're doing business, than your personal friends.
Yeah,
I don't know whether it's because they don't know you, so there's not necessarily that emotion, connection, or conflict. But sometimes I think your social media friends can be more supportive, but don't get it twisted. Like, they're still just your network, but I think sometimes they can be more open to showing that support.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole new topic. So if it's something you want us to talk about, let us know. But on that note,
comment your views.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah,
well,
comment.
Let us know about your friendships. Where they're going.
I don't want to know. Please.
I want to know.
All right. Okay,
okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Love
from Paris.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
Back to London. Au revoir. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
You don't have
supposed to cheers at empty glass. Sorry, guys. I'm not in on this one. Well done, ladies.
That's a bad note.
And that's a wrap.
We should do an acapella.
Let me
because.
And then a long time.
No.
We're doing pictures.
For the good times and the bad times,
you will always be right there. Sunny days, everybody loves them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Oh, I know. 'Cause you love me and you need me you know.
I know.
Wait, don't you think it's so lovely when they do that in
Best Man Holiday?
Yeah, the Best Man Holiday.
Yeah. I cried over that scene.
I cry all the time.
We don't know the words.
We don't know the words.
But can we stand the rain?
Hey,
And on that note,
hey,
come on, you pattern. My pet. Come on, shoot that bet. Hey, do my pet. Hey, come on, shoot that bet. Hey, do my pet. Hey, come on, shoot that.
That's all.